Baumia, that's people get palpitations when they hear his name. The man that those in the ICT sector have named or christened Bawizi. When they hear about him, they get palpitations. And that is not my problem. Bawizi. Yes, that is how beautiful our flag bearer is. And that is how we understand digitalization. So that people don't need to wait. People don't need to wait for a state of the nation or the budget to know what they are. And do propaganda.
The Punch TV.
My party, we've never had a propaganda secretary before. And our propaganda, and because we don't have that, your general secretary used to be a propaganda secretary. I mean, she spoke about bank hospital.
Yeah.
And anytime we sit here, I tell you that you see, when it comes to infrastructure, because of the time span of it, look, putting together a district hospital is an average of 14 to 18 months. A regional hospital is about 24 to 36 months. All those things, you get it. So sometimes infrastructure can span over a period, depending when it comes to even health facilities, because of the levels. Sometimes you can have a facility that started as a CHIPS, and as the community grows, they can be upgraded into a health center or a district hospital by adding on facilities. So when it comes to health, when it comes to education, the social infrastructure, we need to be careful what politics we make out of it. Let me read this out to you. And she mentioned that she keeps talking about and the bank hospital and the bank hospital. Hospitals are not just infrastructure. Hospitals go beyond just the physical infrastructure.
So make your point.
And listen to this. This is a keynote address, Commissioning of Bank Hospital Limited. This is an address at the formal opening of the bank hospital by Dr. Ernest Addison, Bank of Ghana, at the forecourt. I'll leave those details. Let me give you excerpts of it. He said, Mr. Chairman, going into memory lane, the idea of the bank clinic was initiated in 1987 by the governor, the late Dr. Agama. Then he goes further, gives how they moved. The decision was taken to convert the bank clubhouse at number 43, 7th Avenue Extension, North Ridge, into a clinic, and went on and came. It was 2012 that the decision was taken. But that doesn't mean that idea of building. You start again. The bank's core mandate is not health.
What do
you get it? So they what? When they took the idea, they started recruiting staff. You get it?
You mean in the 75?
From 1987.
Sorry, 1987. They started recruiting for what?
Yes, it came to the clinic opened its doors to bank staff on 6 June 1988 with a small team consisting of a doctor, 1 nurse, 2 staff, and all that. He went into all that. You see, when it comes to health, education, and all that.
What's your point on the Ghana
my point is
bank hospital?
My point is when you make it seem as if the bank hospital, when did it even become operational? It was after 2017. Who was in power? It was His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo. That's why I keep saying when it comes to governance, and Beatrice needs to understand government.
So that means that
governance is not propaganda.
Okay, so that means
a hospital.
Hold on. So that means free SHS is not originated from Nanado.
How do you say free SHS is not originated?
Because it's in the Constitution.
What is in the Constitution?
What do you have in the Constitution? That's what do you have in the Constitution? I'm asking you a question.
I mean, you have children in school.
After coming late.
Wait, let me line them up.
Yes, line them up.
So we have free SHS, which we would say that it's in the Constitution. Is there? Is that Constitution? Yeah.
Yes.
We have
free compulsory
digitalization.
Free compulsory basic education.
Hold on.
Free SHS is not in our Constitution.
Digitalization, right?
There is nothing to say.
That's also not some.
Hold on.
Let me finish. I'm just trying to give you a list.
Free SHS is not in our Constitution. Or it's in there.
So, digitalization also didn't start with Dr. Baumia.
Come again.
Digitalization. All the name and attributes that we're trying to give to Dr. Baumia, I didn't start with him, right? Because we already had the foundation. In fact, the NDC has been saying how they laid their fiber optic cables before this government took over.
Just as they wanted to do interoperability at 1 point something billion, and we came and did it at 4 point something billion.
We also
yes,
have
you get it.
So that's the website, the Ghana. That website that
the eservices.gov.gh.
That also, you would say that you are not the one that actually brought that domain.
Maybe if you were listening to me, I said when it comes to infrastructure.
I was listening to you.
No.
These are all infrastructure.
Annie, let me make my point. I was listening to you.
The
Why are we doing comparison? I was sitting here when she was making unfounded statements about people making money and not understanding people, making statements that she can't substantiate anywhere as a lawyer. You kept quiet and we were listening to it. You're probably even adding salt and pepper. That is fine, But let me tell you, you said free SHS is in our constitution. So in effect, free SHS is not in our constitution. It's free compulsory basic education. Because she interjected, let me deal with it. I'll come to the BOG point. Free compulsory basic education. What is defined as basic education in this country? I asked you, do you have children in school? I sit here and I wouldn't lie. My children are not in a public basic school. Why? Because of the state we have our basic schools. But you have people take their children all the way to primary, kindergarten, primary, and junior high school and go to the SHS with their kids. Because we still have some level of confidence in our senior high school system. But when you come in and you make a deliberate policy to make sure that you do those things and improve on it. Look at the STEM schools that are being built. You are in Accra. If you go into the enclave of where Galaxy International School and now Rihanna, the Accra STEM Academy is being built there, from kindergarten to senior high school. That is the kind of schools we all look up to take our children. So when you make deliberate policies, it's not all about infrastructure. It's not all about the infrastructure. The bank hospital was the decision to put that up. He said what? Let me go to paragraph 8.
So people make decision in 1995.
He said
1987.
So because somebody made a decision in 1987,
yes,
then all of a sudden they slept and woke up in 2017.
Please keep quiet.
And it became operational.
Please keep quiet.
Hey, you should have
let me give you 8. You get it? In there was a new, this was being read by the new governor who came in 2017. Said, with a change in government in 2017, a new management was constituted for the bank. At the time of taking office in April 2017, the new management inherited 3 different bank projects at different stages of completion, namely the development and construction of 60-bed hospital and a 56-bedroom guest house in Takoradi. Then people were not unemployed. People were not hungry. But they found it necessary to start a guest house. Based on the work completed on the hospital project.
With the money.
So based on the work, Beatrice, I think we can give ourselves some respect. You spoke for over 45 minutes. I wasn't here.
To people hungry. When the people are hungry
at that time, there was still unemployment. There were unemployed graduates association. But they found it necessary, in addition to a 60-bed hospital, to go and build a guest house.
Which guest house?
It's a 56-bedroom guest house in Takoradi and Tamale. Not only one. Not only one. People were unemployed. People were hungry.
The guest house.
Yes, 2 guest houses.
Are they useful today?
I don't know.
Are they generating revenue?
No, based on the work.
Compared to your headquarters.
Can you please keep quiet?
Your analysis
can you please keep quiet?
Some of your analysis
I take very strong decision. You sat down here and talked about the president not being sensitive to, because the president didn't bring a replica of Amina to come and tell us that Amina is wearing pigs. So, and that's your understanding of SONA. Don't let us go there. The hospital, 60-bed hospital, this is in 2017 when it was taken over. The decision of the hospital, building the hospital, was taken in 2012. You get it? Tender was done in 2013. When did it become operational? After 2017. Governance is a continuum, and especially when I always say, when it comes to hospital and education, let's build on it. And that is why young people like us and younger people like Beatrice need to understand and stop when people have gotten an Islamic school, you go and stand at the mosque and think you see it.
Do you think the cathedral was a point that the president should have mentioned in the State of the Nation? The cathedral, yes.
Hasn't it over?
Do you think he should have mentioned?
Hasn't it been overflowed?
How?
They said, hold on it.
So it is something that the president should have mentioned, because
that is what
firstly,
is important to you.
Firstly, no, you won't say that.
Yes, that is
firstly, it wasn't a project that we budgeted for, and eventually we used
the Punch TV.
that project. So if it has been abandoned or it had been put on hold or whatever it is,
was it in the 2024 budget?
Exactly my
point.
Was
the cathedral in the budget?
Exactly my point. No, I'm saying that
was
if it was not in the budget and you still use our money to do it, it means that you should give us updates on that.
So when we are talking about things happening in the country now, in the perspective of government, is the cathedral one of the things happening now?
So why did we use money if it was not in the perspective of government? Why did we use money
in the 2023 budget? The money that was even allocated for it ended up in communication and roads. Some allocation that was made for it, right? So whatever the state, the president is talking about, is things that are happening. Is the cathedral one of the things happening now, currently active in this country?
Should the government put its hand in the public purse and allocate funds to any project it wishes or it permits itself, and it's quote unquote waste money like that because it is not in the central collection of things that maybe the economy is focused on? It can decide not to talk about it and just go scot-free, and we just let it go. Is that what you're saying?
I think you are missing the context.
That is the point you're making.
That is not the point I'm making. That is what you are. That is your understanding of the point I'm making. The president went in this State of the Nation. It's not like a president waits at the end of his 4-year tenure and comes to talk to us about issues happening and what he's doing as the father of the nation. It's done yearly, or should I say annually, right? It was done in 2017, it was done in 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, right? It's been done in 2024. There are issues that are pertinent and active there. Some of the things I read on, the security issues he mentioned, the digitalization he mentioned, the performance tracker he mentioned, so that it doesn't become like the moment the budget is read, the president gives the State of the Nation address. A citizen cannot sit in the comfort of their room and verify what their taxes are being used for. With a performance tracker, I can sit in the comfort of my room and check. The Ministry of Education said they added infrastructure to the community day school in Mpaha, where I come from, to make it operational. Is it true? When was it done? So I can get it on the performance. I can get it on the performance tracker.
So
I don't need to wait. I don't need to wait. I don't need to wait. I don't need to wait for the minister of.
What's the difference between delivery and tracker?
You see,
I mean performance.
We started when the performance tracker came out. It was performance tracker 1.0, right? And if we all understand how technology works, you improve on systems you build. There's a popular app we all use. It used to be what? Twitter. Now it's what? It's X. You improve on system. The performance tracker, the minute details that the performance tracker is giving now, and the details that is giving now, the 101 wasn't given. It's just a change of name.
Has it launched?
Come again. It hasn't been launched. It hasn't been launched. It's still in the pilot stage. Okay. But what I'm saying is, the president mentioned and you see Dr. Bamia, that our compatriots get palpitations when they hear his name. The man that those in the ICT sector have named or christened Bawizi. When they hear about him, they get palpitations. And that is not my problem. Bawizi. Yes, that is how youthful flag bearer is. And that is how we understand digitalization. So that people don't need to wait.
The Punch TV.
For a state of the nation or the budgets to know what their money are being used for. And the day the performance tracker is launched, an upgrade of the tracker.
So now from a
performance tracker will be changing the name, changing the. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. She doesn't understand. These people don't understand. They want to go in the past. We are dealing with the future with a visionary flag bearer that they can boast of. We will not go. We will not have our president come and put Amina in parliament and say Amina is wearing pigs. We don't do that. Go to the performance tracker and you see every minute detail.
So when do I go to the
the community?
The delivery doesn't have the minutest details.
You come and sit down here and
the performance tracker will give you.
So it goes to the basic.
Where do I go?
Everything is on the performance tracker.
So the performance tracker, if I don't find it satisfactory, who do I go to ask questions?
Just a point for feedback.
How? Who?
On feedback on the system. Just as we give feedback on the apps we use. But a point for feedback.
Okay, but after the show, you help me on the delivery tracker because I'm struggling a bit.
No, why do you want to stay in the past?
One last question before
why do you want to stay in the past when we are going into
So we are discarding the delivery tracker.
Yama owi akwa baba Musah Media College. Musah Media College a school power a TV so any radio so dwumadie. Ya so ye e wo Kumase atonsu. Baby a uwo bia o pese ba Musah Media College na be hu dwumadia yedi ne hono a yentie dwumadia yedi no Musah Media College
se usua bribi wo media mu ana o pese ohunu bribi biara e fa media ho enso eche kra
Musah Media College e wo homa
ye wa achochefo a wa kwadiri yie wa adetwe mu na in studio ni ye newsroom de editwam wonsam twemu no ye twe bribi ti se kasebo akenkan ni sinitwa ni bebura ekeka ho wa multimedia mu nso ya twe bribi ti se sini mfoni asiesie mfoni nitwa ni bebura ekeka ho ye betumi nso aboa ama wo de na otwepe asunya bribi wo nkitahodie adwuma ahodo nyinaa mu esan se ye wo yankasa foni nti abwe biara ye ma ya adesuafo kwan ma okọ yode ya twe won adesua dan mu no
ahwefo ehu ekame ese obi biara wo le bosomtwe ase enim abakosema efa nsuo ihu menya abofra kitu bi wa ha ono so se onim abakosema efa le bosomtwe ho
abusuafo ye mama kwaba eba Ghana Pages TV so emra son se ye the trending issues near koso ewo abe for time fidie ni so ebe somo midin na eje wa akode
Musah Media College e ma o de we hia bia wo nkutahodie mu